everyone. Welcome to Rockin' for God with Lisa Marie Nicole. I'm your host, Lisa Marie Nicole, and it's really nice to be here tonight with you guys. Today is Friday, and I know I do a lot of my shows on Fridays and Saturdays. Well, I have three shows this month, and I have a great show for you tonight. I just want to make a couple of statements here, and I have a book coming out that I think everybody knows. I've been posting everywhere. It's called Poetry for the Soul by Lisa Marie Nicole. It just went to the publisher today, so hopefully it should be out sometime the end of March, beginning of April. It will be released. This is my second book, and it will be available on all ebook sites. And plus, I will have physical signed copies. If anybody would want one, you could go on my website, but not until it's released. I will let you guys know. Just go on lisamarinicole.com and you can follow that. I also have a new album that I will be releasing in April called Ascending Journey. That's going to have United We Stand On and Only Jesus. And excuse me, it will also have 3 new songs that I will be doing that will be on that also. So that is all I have to say right now about that. And I just want to welcome my guest today. His name is Richie Mullins, and he will come on and introduce himself to you, and we'll talk to him and see what's going on with him. Hey, Rich.
Hello.
So tell everybody, introduce yourself. Tell everybody who you are.
I'm Richie Mullins. I'm a Nashville recording artist. I'm originally from Plainville, Michigan, but moved down here for the music industry. I'm in currently Nashville/Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
So you're originally from Michigan?
Yes.
Yeah, and that's right. I remember when you moved to Nashville. I remember we talked about that a while ago.
Yeah.
That was a while ago. That's yeah, and Michigan is freezing, right? It's cold there.
No, my best friends there complain about the snow right now, and I definitely don't want that.
Now, what's the temperature by you in Nashville?
It's in the 20s, I believe. I haven't really checked it much because I'm pretty used to the cold still. I don't like it, but I can deal with it.
Yes, actually, we just got a cold front come down, probably from you guys in Florida. It was 35 this morning. It's pretty cold today in Florida, so that's cold for here, you know. But I'm sure pretty soon it's going to be 80 degrees here, and 80, 90, and 100, and everybody's going to be complaining. So can't win, right? So how long have you been writing music?
I've been writing music ever since I was 18 years old. I started playing guitar at 14, but I really started songwriting at 18.
At 18, and I know you're still young, so that's did you do anything else before that? Like when you were a child, did you like was this like what you wanted to do? Like would you sing, write when you were younger, or this just came on?
I had fun singing when I was younger. Growing up, I actually wanted to be an automotive technician, mechanic.
Wow.
But as the years went by, I met my he's been deceased, but my first guitar teacher. And he's the one who first started teaching me blues and jazz. And that's what really got me into guitar. I had so much fun learning those two forms of music, and you can hear it integrated into my music itself, even nowadays, from old music to new. And what got me, I loved playing Guitar Hero on the PS2 when I was younger.
Yeah.
I think that's what really got me wanting to really learn guitar. And then once I get the chance to learn real guitar, video games went away. And that's how I just started focusing on music severely, and God kept on opening up the right paths for me for the music industry.
And you did you start out doing country music? Is that what you wanted to do, or were you into anything else?
I actually started in country music because I've listened to it my whole life. I absolutely love country music. I more love the old sound between like
Yeah,
40s and 90s. That's what I grew up on.
traditional.
Today's I'm not the most fond of, but there are artists I do like, and I do respect all the forms of country music out there. It's just I have my own sound that I love hearing so much.
Well, you're more into traditional country music then, right? The old
Yes.
style. I understand because you have modern country, you got country pop, you got country rock. I mean, you got a
Mhm.
million different. We know, I mean, with all the award ceremonies we're in, you got like 50 different types of country.
Yeah.
I actually won an award for a modern country song. My song passed it on, so I understand. But no, you're right. I mean, did you hear have you ever heard Jason Phyllis's guy? He was on my show about 3 months ago, I think.
I don't
Um,
believe so. I haven't been online too much lately. It's just
he
been
does
hectic.
traditional country. He does
Okay.
he's really good. He does real traditional country music, and he I had him on. And I had heard a couple of his songs, but he plays like you a little bit. So you might want to look him up. Maybe you guys could collaborate or something.
That'd be,
Um,
that'd be awesome to do.
but so you're a solo artist, right? You don't have a band.
Yeah, I do consider myself a solo artist. I do have a bass player, but it's hard to be able to just have a bass player on stage with me. If he's on stage with me, I try to find a drummer, all the other instruments, but I mainly do solo acts because it's easier. I can book stuff a lot easier for myself, and it's just a lot less of a headache. But if I can do a band thing, it sounds way better.
Of course it does. I understand because I'm in the same boat you are. I'm a solo artist also, and yeah, it's hard. I feel it's hard to find the right people to play your style and your
hmm
type of music. And being a Christian artist, is you need to find somebody that has that in them. That's not just doing it just to play. That they feel that in their soul also, and
hmm
and it's I see so many people that are out there looking for a bass player, looking for a keyboard player, looking for a drummer. People that are solo artists and they want a band, but it's not easy. I mean, it's
No.
really not easy I was in a band in church, and I know a lot of people at one time in their life probably were in some sort of a band, and it's hard. It's you have all different personalities, all different songwriters, all different. I mean, it's great. It's great to have a band, like you said. You sound so much better when you have all of those instruments and the people backing you. But like you said, it is easier to get to book things and to do things, on your
hmm
own. Because you're not signed with anybody, right? Are you management or anything?
Nope, I'm doing everything by myself. Well, I do have my manager, Caden Gordon. He's also my promoter,
Oh yeah,
but he has more than just me as an artist. So I
yeah,
do try to do stuff on my own where I can to make things a little easier on him. It makes me more busy, but I know it's the name of the game.
yeah. It's true. Yeah, Caden's got a lot on his plate. I mean, he's got so many people. I know, I understand. Um, so it is hard. It's I don't know. I actually like it. I think I like being an independent artist and doing a lot of things on my own, only because I like making the decisions for
Yes.
what I do. I like being
Mhm.
able to go at this time, go to this venue, do this. I mean, I mean, it's nice to have a manager and a promoter for somebody to help you. But that promoters are good because they have other insights of things, and they know
Mhm.
more people than we do in order to get like a real promoter.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a promoter too, but I don't do it like that full time. Who knows, maybe one day I will down the line, but I understand what you're saying though, because it's as an independent artist, you make the decisions basically of what you do
Yeah.
and when you do it.
Yep.
And plus, if you want to do online shows, like I do a lot of online things, I mean, you could do whatever you want at
Yep.
whenever you want. So, but that doesn't mean, if somebody wanted to sign you one day, I mean, if a record label came and approached you or something, I mean, you never know, you know.
It'd be a very long shot because I know from my producer Spike Jones, I've learned a lot about the label side of the music industry and also without labels. And I've seen so many people sign on to labels that have gotten, as people say, screwed over.
Yeah.
And I personally would rather not sign maybe independent label. That's a big maybe. But the big labels, I always say I won't ever sign on the big labels because I do know how they operate and I don't agree with it.
Mm-hmm. I know, I do too. I understand. And you're in Nashville. You're right in you're right in the middle of it all. But I noticed that a lot of people are starting to like Atlanta's pretty big with music now too.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of places that are getting big in the music industry, not just Nashville. You know, everybody moves there and they think that, you know, they're going to make it and that's it. But there's so many other places that are big with music.
One thing I learned is I was told even before my producer now, there was another guy that I became friends with that pretty far in the industry, Dave DeMay. He explained to me that when you move to Nashville, you're a little fish in a big pond. And when you are outside of Nashville, outside of Tennessee, you become a big fish in a little pond due to the experience you gain, the kind of credibility you gain from Tennessee and Nashville in Tennessee itself. So it's a lot easier as, like, for me, compared to, let's say, someone coming from New York. I'll be able to get gigs a little easier, having the venue know that I'm from Tennessee, from Nashville, the hub of country music. And it's just, I have noticed that because I've done gigs in Kentucky, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama. I got all those because of where I am right now.
Mm-hmm. That's great. And you should be proud of yourself. You worked really hard to get where you are. I followed you, you know, I was with you for a while. So I know, I know what you've done and where you've been and what you've gone through. Mm-hmm. And, you know, you've really come a long way. So you're welcome. I'm going to play your first song. We'll play Eternal Hell first, okay? And then we'll come back and talk about it. So this is Richie Mullins' song, Eternal Hell.
I'm starting to drown in every thought. I try to calm down in this battle. I have always fought. I'm wanting to escape try to call out, trying to keep my will to hold on to life.
Wow. I never heard that one. That's pretty deep. You want to talk about that?
That was for mental health awareness.
Of course.
Just
Yeah.
like my song "Never Alone" was the very first one I ever did for that. But internal hell, that itself, I wrote that when I was mentally in a very dark spot, and I was trying to get out of what I call a rabbit hole, and music always helps me climb out of it. I know a lot of people out there suffer through mental health, suffer through serious depression, and
Mhm.
that song came out of. I've actually, when I wrote that, I sent it to one of my friends, and they just to see what they thought of the lyrics, and they immediately text me like they asked me, "You okay, bro?" I'm like, yes, I feel better now that I wrote the lyrics, and they're like, well, that's a really deep song. Like, I know, and I am going to record it because I feel like there's probably other people that feel the same exact way. And I hope it does help people in a positive way.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you know what I go through, and with chronic pain that I live in, that's exactly why I do it, because, a lot of people say, well, why do you, write music about suffering and put it out there? Because this is what I was chose to do. And God, chose me to do this and to help people like you also who suffer from chronic pain and physical pain, mental pain, spiritual
Mhm.
pain, and let them know that, that there's help for them and that God is there for them. And that, that's what we are meant to do as artists. And,
Mhm.
you notice you always write your best music when you're suffering, right?
Yes. Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah.
I even like I know this has been talked about by thousands of people all over the world, but like the best way I can even consider like explaining it was Chester Bennington. He was a huge artist. He every song was explaining his mental illness, his mental fight, and a
Hmm.
lot of people didn't see it until it happened. But I heard through the lyrics how much he was truly suffering.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? And that's good that your friend, you say it was your friend that asked you how you were doing.
Yes, and
Yeah.
I couldn't ask for better best friends because they've stuck with me through so much crap that I've gone through. They've never turned their back on me, which I'm seriously thankful for. I'm thankful for God for putting them in my life.
Amen. That's great. Yeah, we all need to have somebody that we can lean on. I mean, a good friend, somebody, a best friend, or somebody that's there for you through everything, and you can talk to
Yep.
about your mental health and everything, and
Yep.
mental, physical. For years I didn't really say a lot of things about it, and I said, you know what, I could be helping people out there by me saying how I am, because there could
Mhm.
be people out there that are suffering as we are, and you just, by holding it in, you're also not helping yourself by not talking about it. But there might be somebody out there struggling that needs to know that, God is there for them. We're there for them. And, and they'll make it, it's just, I don't know if you heard my last song I did, Only Jesus.
Mhm.
I
Yep.
mean, that was basically also about not living for this world. And the lyrics were pretty deep in that song also, because they were about, the same thing, basically,
Mhm.
suffering from any kind of issues in life, and just handing it over to God, and to trust in Him, and don't live for this world. To live, no matter how many things we have, we can't take it with us.
Nope,
You
never.
know,
It's
you
just
could be,
materialistic things,
yeah,
and when we go, it's left behind.
That's it. But your legacy will be left behind. And, you know, how you treated people and how your music affected people. You know, our music will always be circulating forever.
Yep.
It'll always be out there. That's the beautiful thing about it, you know? And who knows? I mean, 25 years down the line, one of your songs might reach somebody else that really needed to hear it, especially this one. You know, somebody
Yeah.
might be at the end and they really heard the song and they said, well, that really helped me, you know, and you know, so that's good. I'm glad, you know, I'm really happy for you that that you're doing stuff like this. And I also understand that you're working on gospel music now, right?
Yes, I am.
And did you finish your album yet?
I am actually still currently working on it. I am taking my time with this one more than I did my first album. My first album was it wasn't really a rush, but it was on the time it needed. This
Mhm.
one, I'm putting a little extra special care into it. I've been trying to find other artists to join me in some of the songs, as in like background vocals or singing a chorus or part of the verse or something like that. I've had my friends from Root Road add some background vocals and some beats to some of the songs. They did an amazing job, by the way, and they're great people. Amazing music. I love all their stuff.
Mhm.
Um, and they loved working on some of the gospel songs I have for this album that I'm creating. And even today, I was in the studio working on one of the songs for the album itself.
Mhm.
I believe I'm like 5 or 6 songs in, and
Wow.
I'm going to create a 10-song gospel album, and there's some more artists that I'm have in mind that I'm gonna ask if they want to join on the vocals with me. If they can, that'd be awesome because they're actually a bit known in Nashville, but they're just great friends to me. That's the reason why I want them on there.
Yeah, it's great to collaborate with other people. I mean, I'm doing it too, and especially people that are Christian artists.
Yep.
And you know, the way I look at it is by not rushing your album, that's good because you want the stuff to come to you. You want
Mhm.
God to give you this inspiration, and you don't want to rush it. You want, you know, you want to put songs out there that are gonna, you know, are going to try to bring people to God because that's why I do it and how long I've been doing this for. So,
Mhm.
you know, I mean, I'm working on a new song too that's going to be a traditional gospel out song that I've never done before because I do Christian rock. So I'm changing up a little bit. I'm going gospel. So
Well,
it's going to be a good song though. So I understand. But you know, if you ever need help with anything, let me know. I'll be here for you, brother. You know.
definitely. Yeah, the gospel album itself. I know people expect gospel to be like a churchy type of way,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you like it's singing for God. Yes, I'll be singing for God in the songs,
Mhm.
but the way you know how I write my songs, it's about life experiences,
Me
and
too.
that's the way my gospel songs are going to be. It's going to like what I have felt throughout my lifetime in Christianity and God, and also I have had testimonies from other people who said what they've gone through, and so I put that in the songs as well. I like to put real life with God into gospel songs.
Exactly. That's exactly what I do. It's basically what I'm feeling, but how you can put that life experiences into the song with
Yep.
God, with Jesus, and people know, you know, that when they listen to the lyrics that it's really coming from you and what
Mhm.
you feel, but they might feel that also, you
Yeah.
know. That's why, you know, a lot of times music touches people that way, especially that need to hear it if they're suffering in any way. And you know, Christian music is really making a comeback. You know, it
Yes.
was a while, But I noticed that in every genre of Christian music, I mean, you can do Christian country, Christian rock, Christian pop, Christian, I think I've done everything. In my last album, I think I had country, rock, pop. I had every different song you could think of in that. But that's one thing that's good about Christian music is that you can sing anything. It doesn't have to be like typically country. It could be, like I've done a couple of Christian country songs that I never thought I would do. This Jersey girl, this Christian country.
I think it's even crazy that I've heard Christian death metal actually.
I have too. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've heard. Well, Skillet is a heavy metal band.
Yes, but they're pure Christian. Even though when you listen, you have to really listen to the lyrics to hear their message.
I know.
But I love their band. Absolutely love it. They're huge in the faith. I love this so much. I want to see them live one day. I haven't ever had the money to go see them, but I really want to see them and meet them too. It'd be awesome.
Yeah, they're great. They're really, I mean, I have a lot of friends that are Christian artists. I mean, I'm collaborating with a couple of them on songs, but there's so many people. There's so many good artists out there that I've had them on my show. I've had some great artists. I'm sure you're one of them. I've had some great Christian artists on my show, and I'm just blessed to be able to do this. But I'm really happy to see that you're doing that, and I'm gonna pray for your success for your album. And I know you're gonna do a great job. I know you're a great songwriter and singer, and I know you're gonna do a great job getting the message out there. And I can't wait. Let me know when the album's finished, because maybe you could come back on next year sometime or whatever, or at the end of the year when it's done, and you can talk about it.
Definitely would love to.
Okay. Do you attend church where you live, or do you sing in church? Do you do anything in church? Or
I do attend church at times. Sometimes I'm just too busy with work, and unfortunately got to pay bills to survive nowadays. So work has been kind of taken over on that, because I work Sunday through Wednesday. And I know a lot of people probably think, oh, you do music. Not every musician is a full-time musician. Actually, a lot of us have a 9-to-5 type of job, because we gotta pay for studio time, pay for our own bills, because sometimes gigging just doesn't do it right now. And I got other things going on. I don't sing in church because the one I'm going to once in a while in Franklin, they got a huge huge band, I should say, that plays every Sunday, and it's such a huge church. I really don't know how to network with them. I'm trying to figure it out, but I know I will. It's just getting to that point, and having such a massive church is Church of the City in Franklin, Tennessee. It's hard to network in a massive church. Smaller ones, really easy, cool, but massive ones, you're one of I feel like a million.
Well, the problem with those big churches is they have their own worship bands.
Yes,
and a lot of times you're like they look at you like you're competition to them. I mean, I know it's like they have their own worship bands, and then you're like as an outsider coming in, and they're like, well, we got it, we got this, So I understand what you're saying, but one day you'll wind up playing somewhere, or somebody might even ask you. I just wanted to say real quick before I forget, I just want to congratulate you on your engagement.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And I'm assuming, is this what this next song is about?
Yes.
Okay.
I wrote it for my fiance.
I figured that. Well, you could talk about it. Let me play it, and then we come back. You could talk about it. This is Love at First Sight, Richie Mullins.
The moment I saw you, captivated by your beauty, my heart already knew you
That's a beautiful tribute to her,
Thank you.
your fiance. She must have loved that song, huh?
Oh yeah, she really loved it.
Wasn't that just released recently?
Yes, on
Oh,
Valentine's Day was
Valentine's
released.
Day. Yeah, I remember seeing you post that. That's a good day to release that song. How did it do on Valentine's Day?
It went decently well. I just didn't have a whole lot of time to promote it myself, so
Yeah.
I didn't expect it to hugely blow up. But I am still promoting it, and I actually have it up for running as a single of the year in the ISSA awards.
Oh, good. I'll
So
vote for you.
yeah, I'll be promoting it severely through April, I believe, is when the voting starts for the
Yeah.
public.
Yeah, I think it's April. By the way, real quick, I know you're petting your dog, right? Can
Yeah,
you show him?
I'm petting him to keep him entertained.
I know you
Yeah.
brought him to the ISSA was a couple years ago, right? You brought him
Yes.
last year too, I think. He's so cute. I know. I
Yeah,
remember he got big.
he's a travel puppy for sure.
Oh, he's so cute. I know. I was hoping you had the dog with you.
Oh yeah, he's with me everywhere.
Oh,
I like, especially if I go to state, he has to go with me because he's actually my ESA, emotional support animal. I
that's
can't
good.
I can't be without him. He helps me out so much. Actually, he's the reason why I wrote Man's Best Friend.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you should have sent me that song. I would have played that one. I know I remember that. Yeah, that's yeah. They're unbelievable. Their animals are unbelievable. My dogs are always there for me when and they know when you're suffering. They know when you're in pain. They know everything.
Oh yeah, he
Um,
has a fascination with sleeves for some reason.
I wanted to ask you real quick. Where do you normally record your music? Do you record all in Nashville, or do you go other places?
I'm talking to some studios in Nashville, but the main place I'm recording right now is in Lebanon, Tennessee. Cabin Fever
Okay.
Productions with Spike
Mhm.
Jones.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I know them. That's good. Yeah, they're a good
And
production company.
I love recording there because it's a huge faith-based Christian family. It pretty much we're family there, and Spike, huge in the faith, Christian, and everything like that.
Mhm.
And he's an amazing person to get to know. He's a brother to me. It feels like, and I just love the atmosphere. Absolutely love it.
That's great. Yeah, yeah. You have to have that. I think you have to have that connection with with the producer and the people you work with. I mean, I have that when we're in my studio, in the studio where I do my music. So they're like really good friends. They feel like family to me, actually. So, sometimes you have to have that, they have to understand you and what you like and your style and your music and all that. And, that's good. So Tennessee, Lebanon, you said?
Lebanon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
some of the cities here are really weird to pronounce.
yeah. Well, you got to see the ones in Florida. Everything's named after the Seminole Indians. You get Alakawachi and all these other things. Are like when I first moved here, I had no idea how to say anything. I was like, I'm from Jersey. I can't say this stuff. I know they're all crazy to say names. But how has your faith in God helped you in the music industry in with all the things we go through in the music industry?
He's been opening up doors. Um, all reality, God has in my faith because I leave everything, everyday life to God and Jesus. It's because when I first moved down here, God opened the door completely. I just stepped through because I was living in a trailer in Michigan, and then I was getting opportunities to leave. Then once I got the opportunity to leave this place that I have right now, fell into my lap because of the path that God wanted me to go. And it was very easy to pay for it during the pandemic and everything.
Mhm.
And then right a week before Christmas, the travel down here, right when I started traveling to down here, just missed the snowstorm that hit Michigan. My friend even said I was lucky because I was traveling with a U-Haul trailer too, right behind my truck.
Wow.
And I saw some of the snow coming down, and then when I was going through Indiana, Kentucky, clear as day, I made it down here in 8 hours. I only stopped for a little bit of gas, food, bathroom type stuff, but I made it here 8 hours, completely safe. And the realtor that rented this place to me, I contacted him because I told him it'd be probably about 10 p.m. or so. He immediately said, "Oh, here's the code for the key box. You can sleep in there. I don't care. You've had a long day of driving. You don't need to be sleeping in a motel or a hotel. You paid for this place already. You should be allowed to sleep in it." So that it was everything lined up perfectly because of God's plan for me for down here. And then a month after being down here, I went to Cabin Fever Productions to start recording. Everything has been opening up for me. I just follow his path when he shows me.
That's great that you realize that too. A lot of people don't. So that's great that you know that everything in front of you was God's will for your life and that you accepted it. And you know, if you keep doing that and you keep knowing that, you know, then I think that you're going to succeed and things are going to get great for you. You know, never forget where that God, you know, put you where you are. And I know you won't. I know you won't. And that's great to know though. And if you could perform anywhere in the world, I ask everybody this question. If you could perform anywhere in the world, where would it be? Anywhere. Could be any place, any state, country, anywhere. Planet.
I would actually just love to perform outside of the country most of all, because traveling around the world would be amazing. My response used to be Grand Ole Opry, but it's not anymore actually because of I know it's a bit of a bash against them, but they've been very lucrative on who they allow in there now compared to what they did before. It used to be a huge honor to be on their stage, which it would be a bit of an honor to be able to play there. It would, but not as much as it used to be, to me at least. But I would love to play stadiums, and I would absolutely love to play outside of the country, and especially in my family's homeland, the Netherlands.
That's where you're from, the Netherlands? That's cool.
I'm third generation from the Netherlands. My grandpa's straight from there.
Wow, that's awesome. I didn't know that. That's yeah, that would be great to go there to the country. Do you have family there still?
Yes, a little bit of family. It just I have no money to get over there because how expensive the plane ticket is.
Well, maybe if you get big here, you can, they'll be asking you to come over there before, right? Well, that's good. I got one more question for you. Just what's next for you, and tell everybody where they can find your music, website, social media, everything, and just talk about your next album coming out.
Well, I have I'm gonna be doing writers rounds on Thursdays, and I'll be posting that on my social media, RichieMullinsMusic.com, my website, RichieMullinsMusic.com, my Facebook that I'm on more than Instagram or X, which I mainly do with Facebook more, which is Richie Mullins for business and personal. I'm still trying to figure out how to separate that a little bit. But I will be performing also, I think it's March 29th, I believe. I'll have more information at a autism benefit in Tennessee. And I will be doing stuff in December for Toys for Kids, I believe. I'm sorry if I'm butchering the name. But I do a lot of things. I love to do things for the communities, for awareness for disabilities, as I actually have ADHD stage 2, so I know what having a disability is like. Um, so I'm trying to do writers rounds more, performing that way, and also these events as well. And as I said before, I'm slowly working on my gospel album. I don't even have a name for the album yet.
It'll come to you. Let it come to
Yeah.
you. Pray
But
on it.
I will update in the future about that. And I have a single that it'll be like a fun single for the summertime. I plan on wanting to release late summer. That's all I'm gonna say about that one. My people already actually have heard it, so they helped me decide on it.
Oh, that's cool.
And everything will be up to date on all my social media and my website, RichieMullinsMusic.com.
Okay. Well, I want to thank you so much for coming on the show. I had a great time. I learned a little bit about you I didn't know. And I just want to let everybody know, please follow Richie on all his social media. Go on his website, RichieMullinsMusic.com. And you guys follow him because he's coming out with a gospel album, which I'm sure is going to be awesome. And I'm going to follow him also so I can hear it and listen to it. And just congratulations again on your engagement. And do you have a wedding date set yet?
Thank you very much. And yes, October 11th.
Next year? Oh, this year.
This year.
Oh, wow. That's great. I want to see pictures because the pictures you have are awesome online. But I'll once again, thank you so much for coming on, and God bless you and everything you do, and have a good night. I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Okay, guys, I just want to thank you all for watching, and I just want to let you know what's going on the next couple of months. This Monday, I have another show. I had to reschedule a couple of these because I was sick last month, so I had to reschedule them. So this Monday night, I have Andrew Dean coming back on again. He's another Nashville country artist. I know you people, a lot of you know him. He will be on Monday night at 6 p.m. Eastern. March 1st, I have another great vocalist, singer, songwriter, Sydney Celeste. She will be on Saturday, March 1st at 6 p.m. March 10th, I will have the mighty one, Tim Steinreck, will be on. I think March 10th is a Monday. He will be on at 6 p.m. Eastern. March 28th, Al Breddy, he's a producer, record, and podcast host. He will be on at 6 p.m. As of now, I have no show scheduled in April because I would like to take the month off for Lent and Easter because I do a lot of things at church. So I might schedule one show if I have to. If not, I will see you guys back in May with all new shows. But I will be doing an Easter concert again like I do every year. So look for that. It will probably be live on Facebook and maybe even YouTube. And I'll let you guys know. So my book, Poetry for the Soul, will be out probably the end of March. And my new album, Ascending Journey, that will be out in April. And I have been asked to go do a concert in Alabama. It's Memorial Day weekend. I can't wait to do this. If any of you are in the Alabama area, I'm going to post information about it. Come and see me, please. Also, Rockin for God won the 2025 Homegrown Music Awards Podcast of the Year. I'm so happy about that. Thank you all that voted for me. And I just want to leave you guys with my song, King of Kings. This is one of the first songs that I recorded back in 2019. It's based on Revelation 19. It's a really good rock song. And I'm going to leave you with this for today. So have a blessed weekend, everyone. And don't forget, Monday night is 6 p.m. Andrew Dean. Meet me right back here. Have a blessed night.